Welcome back. This is the second section of the free consultation masterclass on what you need to consider before you buy solar energy solution in Nigeria. So I will go to the benefits. What are the benefits of going solar in Nigeria? Number one is energy dependent. That is, you'll be able to, from day one, you'll be able to create your own energy. You create your own power. You'll be able to have your own power 247, 365. Because as long as sun, almost every day in Nigeria, there is sun. So as long as whether it's cloudy, it's bright, your solar panel is creating, it's creating energy, it's generating power for you, and can store it in your battery for later use or even immediately, anytime once you have solar panel. The second benefit is that, you eliminate, you reduce your energy bills. Two ways that works. Number one is this, I have some customers that, during the day, they just switch off grid source because they have solar panel. They don't use any form of power from the grid. They just use their solar panel throughout the day, and in the night, they just, the excess energy that is stored in the battery, they use it, and it takes them that same cycle. So that's how. So imagine you'll be able to, instead of using to run your home appliance, instead of using the power from PACN, you can just use your solar panel. The power coming from your solar panel stored in your battery, you use that. And then the two is, you will not need to even buy fuel again, because once you've been able to create power of your own, there will not be need for you to buy fuel for your generator. And that brings us to the third point, that once you have solar panel system or solar power system in your house or your home or your office, you definitely eliminate the use of generators. I have numbers of customers who, after switching to solar power system, they don't even use their generators in 1 year. Just even myself, if a year plus now, it's just gathering dust. I hardly use it because I have solar power system in my house, and it powers everything from my TV to my lighting to my laptop to everything I do. And some, even when we come to that, even use advanced system that it drives almost everything in the house, freezer, washing machine, and things like that. So those are the benefits of going solar in Nigeria. Then we now look at common residential solar energy solutions in Nigeria. So the first one we are going to look at is the one is 1 kVA. So 1 kVA actually, or what we call why they call it 1 kVA is basically because of the capacity of the inverter. We have said earlier, the inverter actually converts DC to AC, and in buying, the choice of inverter is determined by your load profile. From what you have here, if you are just looking at bulbs, TV, just your standing fan, your sound system, your TV, your laptops, if those are just your basic needs, you can actually, a 1 kVA system that comes with a 1 kVA inverter, it comes with 180 watt solar panels, it comes with one 200H battery, and your charge controller with it. That 1 kVA solar energy system is sufficient enough for, if you just want to meet basic needs, as I've said, lighting, sound system, fans, you need a 1 kVA system will be able to, efficiently, power your system. Then also you have the 1.5 kVA or sometimes 2 kVA. They are almost the same range, 1.5, 2 kVA. In this kind of system, what you actually have is, you have a 1.5 kVA or a 2 kVA inverter, you have 2 batteries, and you have 3 400 watt panels, or sometimes we do 4 pieces of 300 watt. More the total power is always 1200 wattage power of the solar panel. And then the people that customers that actually choose this one is because, one, they want more energy storage, and two, maybe they want to add an extra appliances. This is always good when you want to put maybe a refrigerator, all this inverter refrigerator, on the system. So a 2 kVA or a 1 kVA is the best. Or sometimes, the women in the kitchen usually, I have some customers that occasionally they also use this to, for their blender. And sometimes, although it's not very good, what they usually do is that occasionally they use it to press their irons. When there's emergency pressing over you can just imagine. Say they actually use this, but it's not the best anyway. But customers, you can't control what they do. So this kind of system, if you just need an extra power, you do a 2 kVA or a 1 kVA. And then the other one is the 3.5 kVA. In this set, you have 3.5 kVA inverter, right? You have your you have this one, you have 4 batteries, and you also have about, it's either 6 pieces of 400 watt panels, or you could do 8 pieces of 300 watt panels, and then and 4 batteries. Then you have a charge controller, 60 amp charge controller. Customers are usually choose this one extra storage. That is because there are 4 batteries in this system. Then most likely customers that choose this usually use it to drive maybe a freezer. Once you have a bigger freezer, or you want, maybe you have 2 fridge, you have a fridge and a freezer, and you also want to use it to, maybe you have a 1.5 horsepower pumping machine. The customers usually use this because it's with a 3.5 kV inverter. You can actually use a 1 horsepower pumping machine to actually to work on it occasionally, so that you are not at a fix. So that is a 3.5 kV inverter. Then the other one that a customer usually also uses is a 5 kVA solar inverter. In this one, same 4 batteries, but the number of panels has actually increased. In this one, you actually maybe use about between 8 panels, 400 watts panels, 8 pieces, or 300 watts, 12 pieces. And then you have 4 batteries. You have a bigger charge controller, like 80 amps charge controller. The reason why customers usually do it based on experience is that customers that want to use all these inverter ACs in their homes, but the way they usually do it is, this is a trick. Some of them have 2 ACs, so one is in, maybe they have one in the bedroom and one in their sitting room. So the one in the bedroom, one is working, the one in they shut down the one in the sitting room. If they have the one in the sitting room working, the one in the bedroom is switched off. So that's, and this 5 kVA takes bigger capacity of load too. Then the ultimate one is the 10 kVA. In 10 kVA inverter, customers want bigger load. Maybe they want to use more ACs, or they want to use maybe more freezer, more fridge, and then they want to also have control over so many other things. These are for mostly energy users that maybe their energy demand is very high. So in these ones, they have almost like 16 pieces of, sometimes they have almost like 6,000 watts solar panels. They have 8 batteries, a 10 kV inverter, and then this one is always good for maybe a bigger business. Maybe you are running an hospital, or you are running examples of places we have installed it is somebody maybe run a supermarket, or somebody that wants to use it for a school, or somebody that wants to use it for maybe run a clinic and things like that. So a 10 kVA system is always for high-end users that have more loads, or that have more loads, and in this kind of case, it's always good for, you can even do, there are some shopping complex that maybe they have a 10 kVA system, and then they share the energy. So those are the common, I've talked about the common residential solar energy solutions we have in Nigeria. But let me say it at this point in time that what most Nigerians usually do from experience between is always a 1 kVA, a 2 kVA, and a 5 kVA. That's what is always common. Then having said that, let's go to what are the steps in choosing the right solution. I've talked about different kind of energy solution, common energy solutions. Now, what are the steps you need to take to actually choose the right solar energy solution for your home? One is this: you must assess your energy need. That's the first step. And to do that, you will actually look at your monthly energy bill, from your energy, when you buy units, if you take record, you could see your energy usage on monthly basis, and dividing that by the number of days in a month, you get your daily energy usage. Or you could do, as solar expert, we could do a load profile analysis. In that case, you look at every load in your house. How many hours do you want to use it? You usually use them, and then based on that, you can design the system for you. You assess that's the step one. Step two is this: you must, get a quote, a solar energy quote. Having decided your energy need, is you source for different kind of quotes. Now the quote usually is determined by two things. Number one is usually the kind of solution. The quote for a 1 kVA will be different from 2 kVA, will be different from 3 kVA, will be different from 4 kVA. Another aspect to it is also the quality. Just like cars anyway, different brands have different quality. But the caveat to it is this: any solution you are buying, you want to choose, the rule of thumb is that you at least must give you 2 years, between 2 to 5 years warranty. So product that does not give you up to 2 years warranty, they will be lesser quality. For product that give you 5-year warranty, they are optimum, and they come with a huge cost. So that's the step two. And your step three is, when you are deciding which company to use, actually look for a reputable company. Do they have reviews? Do they offer customer support? Do they have warranty on their products? Those are the things that those questions you must ask. And the last but not the least, once you know your energy consumption need, you have requested for quotes, then the third thing you have done is this: look for the company that is reputable based on whether they provide after-sales support, they have warranty of their product, they have reputation, or look at their reviews, maybe from people that have used that same company. For us as a company, most of our jobs have always been coming from referrals, because people that have used our products, customers that have been using our service for more than 4 years, they recommend us. So another one is also the last button is just, once you have decided those things, you just book a call, one that suits your pocket. And let me say at this point in time that there's something we usually do. We have understood that the initial costs of switching to solar might be very high. So what we usually do is this: we give our customers the opportunity to participate in buy now, pay later. At least with just 30% initial payments, they can actually pay the balance of the 70% within a period of 12 months, and that makes life so easier for them. So if you are interested in this, once you have decided the energy solution you need, you can actually start a deal. You pay 30% and pay the balance over a period of 12 months. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you. If you have any other questions, concerns, you can always reach out to us anytime, any day. Cheers.